Hey guys, and welcome to Eudemons Online. Today I'm going to be talking about Eudemons in particular. So yeah, let's get started. Just had to fix my camera there. Right. So as everyone's aware, there is a new sale. It will be dropping tomorrow. So this video goes live, and in about, I want to say, sort of the next, I don't know, is it 4 hours, 6 hours? No. It's about 12 hours from now. In most cases, the sale should go live. Let's talk about what's good on the sale, what you should be looking at buying on the sale. Is this sale good for you? We'll go over some of the items. I know there's a lot of newer players here who might not know what the items are. And the other thing we're going to be going over is the new marketplace. In fact, we're going to start with the new marketplace because I feel like we can go over that pretty quickly, and it'll be beneficial for everybody. So the new marketplace is accessed through the others tab over here, and then you'll go into marketplace. This is an avenue where you can sell your accounts. Specifically, you're looking at mannequins. Let's say I wanted to sell Little Big Senpai, right? We could go into mannequin, and I could set one of my other mannequins as main, and this would then become a mannequin. Then I could actually proceed to even sell Little Big Senpai. That is not something I want to do, but if I wanted to, that is one way of going about it. Now, when you click on the Treasure Atlantic, go into servers, you can only buy from your specific server. So if you're playing from Elysium, you'll see that there's nothing on Elysium. You would have to make an account there. So you would have to make an account in Elysium, move the EPs to where it is that you need it, and then buy the account there. It would attach to Mannequin, then you can move over to the server in which you desire. So since that's the case, and you can kind of buy from any server and then move it over, remember it does cost 5,400 to move an account over. You can just, go into server and just tick all servers. That way you have an idea of what's being sold, especially right now. So we can see that currently there's one person selling in New York, and there's one account in London. In fact, yeah, so you can play around with the tabs. What we'll do is, I haven't actually seen Calypso's account. I'm happy to go in and check it out and see what it is that she's selling. She's put a price of 60,000 EPs. Now, the way this works is, once a product is put online, you can see, I can't really move my mouse over it without this happening, but once a product is put online, it takes 20, you got 6 days. Well, it's a total of 7 days. So right now it's 6 days, 23 hours, whilst it's currently publicly visible. And then on the 7th day, you can start trying to buy it. So you can start pre-ordering it. You click on the account. We can have a look at everything this account has. One more thing about the whole buying. So you have to wait the full 7 days, and then you can purchase the account. And then I think there's a day or two clearance as well. So it's like having business partners almost. It will come to you, but you can't do anything with it, or it just goes into limbo. I'm not quite sure how it works. But it's to try and prevent anyone's account being sold without them knowing. There's all sorts of stuff going on there. So yeah, you've got sort of like a 2-day grace period. So we can see this account is a Marquis. We could check its Necro Realm out. It's got a level 2 castle. 60,000 EPs. Let's see the gears. So you got full 3 socket here, full 3 socket here, full 3 socket. So it's a full 3 socket account. Pretty decent divine stats. No talismans. You're looking at 74 elements. That means it's got 50. Well, it's actually got 56. So its goddess is missing 2 of the elements. M attack. Let's look at that. It's pretty low. If I have to be completely honest with you, which means Goddess probably needs work. We're going to go into the other tabs. I just want to see why she thinks her account is worth 60,000. I mean, gears, any 3-socket gear, you're looking at maybe, if the elements aren't up to sort of the 60 mark, I would honestly value 3-socket gear at about 2.5 to 3k. And I'm sorry for whoever is selling this account. I think it's anything beyond that, it feels like a rip-off. And you can have a go at me. You can write in the comments below, oh my god, dude, you're too cheap, etc. But this is the way I value things. So looking at this, I'd say that's worth about 3.5k to 3k. That's worth about 3k. That's not even worth 3k. That's worth 2.5 in my eyes. about 2.5 there. Get 3.5 for that, and about 2.5 for that. So, like in general, that's the way I would look at it. So your gears automatically, let's assume everything was 3K times 6. You're looking at about 18. Let's call it 20K. Realistically, 20K for a full through socket set is decent. 20 sort of 4K is really decent for a 60 element through socket set. Like let's see, it's Eudemons. So again, 100 star, 120 star soul, not bad. The rest of the pets are not looking so great. That's a bound one, isn't it? Yeah, that's bound. Let's have a look. There's not really anything in the pet department. I mean, we can see that she's got a full set of knights, a bunch of really low star pets. I mean, most of it's eggs and not even composed stuff. There's not really much going on here. Like, yeah, I mean, it depends on the elements. It really entirely depends on the elements. The way I've bought gears multiple times. I've bought gears for so many accounts, and I've personally bought them at like 3.5K for a 3-socket gear, and that would be with 10 elements. So like you can do the math. It doesn't work out to that expensive. You'll have people that push sort of higher, and I accept 30K is, you know, okay as well. Like if the gears are good, if the elements are solid and it's full 3-socket and got a bit of divine XP, I'd pay 30K piece for it for sure. Let's have a look at the. How do I find? Well, yeah, exactly. That's my point. Like, let's assume this is. I mean, this is definitely not worth 30K. Let's be completely honest. That's worth 20K at best, and I'm sorry, but that's. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this. I'm sure people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, you're ruining her." No, that's just the way I see it. In terms of M attack, she actually maxed her M attack. Why is her M attack so low for a person that's maxed her M attack here? She must have. Oh, I guess no animas, no. It's, yeah. That's fine. I'm actually having coffee at the same time, so I've decided to do this whilst having a mug of coffee. And I've actually got börek, to Turkish like bread. So this is going to be more of a like, let's all have a cup of tea and just chill. Goddess, I mean, you can't really value Goddess, so it's unimportant. Let's actually look at all her Defire. I mean, she's got decent Defire, 15,680, not bad, but it's very low. Like, so far the ones I've clicked on aren't that great, but at least none of them are Tenacity, so that's something. That's our first Tenacity roll, but that's got the crit attack, so that's beautiful, actually. That's one thing I didn't check at the start, so that's actually not bad Defire. Like, being completely honest with her Defire is solid, and it's not worth 60K, but her Defire is solid, and I give her that. And her crit damage is actually quite low. Crit chance is okay. Like, that's pretty good crit chance. The crit damage is really low. You want to try hit the 250 mark. I would say aim for about 250 here, and aim for about 25% here. That's sort of the numbers you want to be hitting. That's like a good account. You're going to say, hey Ken, but is yours that level? I'm going to be like, no, it's not, but that's fine. I don't quite know how this bit works. Sort of, you've learnt the skill, you've awakened it, and you've got a gift for it. I don't know what gift means. Is that the stone you use at the end? I assume it's the stone. But yeah, like looking at it, it's not too bad. You know, she's got almost everything out. Wardrobe, pumpkin. Yeah, she's got a few coats. A few face styles. I mean, for someone that values this is good. She does have Bambi. That's pretty cool. That's a cool pet. And items. So you can kind of see what you're getting with this. You're going to get 23 EPs. So this account's actually going to cost you 59,900 and something. Like, I'm not going to go into the math. Fudge that. We can see that her inventory has a few things. She shouldn't be able to remove them. So now that this is up for sale, there should be no way she can remove this. So this is what you're going to get. So what you see is what you get. How much gold is that? That's 190k. I thought that was like at least the bill, but no, it's not. It's 190k. That's fine. She has Hebes. Who doesn't? She's got a bunch of stuff in here. Again, a lot of this you're not going to be able to use in reality. If you're going to buy an account, you're not going to buy it for this stuff. You're going to end up buying it for two things. One is gear. you want to see good gear. 2, you want to see good defire. And 3, it's 3 things, pets. If you're going to pay a big amount of EPs, you're going to want good pets. This account has no real good pets. It does have a base knight set, but that's about it. And then on top of that, it's got okay-ish gears and not so great defire. I might have a segment on this. I might just have to, as people start uploading accounts, I might just start doing a account review and going, yeah, this account is worth X amount. I'd honestly value this account, like just off the bat, 30k. And that's 30k may seem harsh. I'd value this account at 30k. The gears are going to make up the bulk of that, so you're looking at about sort of 18-20k for the gears. I value the defire enough for you to be able to purchase it. You're not getting anything in the way of pets, so don't think about pets. You're going to have to get your pets separately. But yeah, the fact that it's leveled, let's call it sort of 28-30k. That's where it's worth. But yeah, that's so this is all the stuff you can do. Let's just go back to our main topic, which is discussing this. Now, how do I feel about this? I think it's great. I honestly do. I think that this is a cool system to have in place. It's going to be decent in the way that, for example, for me, the way I see it is I could technically have 2 accounts on one username. Like I know people who have accounts, 2 of them on one username, 3 of them on one username. I personally did have like that. And then chose not to move an account over specifically because of the username issue. This would mean I could sell it to my other account. Yeah, I do run the risk of then being outbidded, but you know, that's why you just kind of play it by see what happens. But in most cases, I think it's a cool concept. I think the idea is good. I think if you're a newish player, not newish, but like an okay-ish player who sees that an account goes up for a very good value in price, you could pick it up. There's a lot of players that are quitting, or they have a lot of spare accounts that they just don't need anymore and they want to convert it to EPs. And honestly, there wasn't a marketplace for you to do that before. This would provide that in a safe manner, so there's going to be less scamming specifically. The fact that you get to put it on your username means, you know, right now there was a huge black market scene, and I'm hoping something like this would actually slowly diminish it, so there won't be as many accounts for sale for like dollars, but they'd go up for EPs instead on here. That way you have less scammers and less problems moving forward. But you know, that's you know, who knows what's going to happen with that. But I do like that there is a safe environment for you to be able to move accounts over. I think that's cool. I think it's a good step, and we'll see how it goes. I think we have to give it a few days. I'm really curious to see who puts what up. Like, I'm sorry for ripping into you, Calypso. I'm happy that you've put your account up here because it serves as a great sort of tool for me to be able to speak about. This account, personally, I think is too expensive. Let's just quickly review this account. So if you're looking at it from an Elven server, like the server I'm in, the new server, this account is definitely worth more than 2.7k, which sounds insane, I know. The gears alone are worth about like that. The fact that they've got Super Citrians means that this gear set here, like, that looks awful in reality. The fact that they're running all super gems, this set is worth about sort of 2k comfortably, which means we have to get 700 out of the pets, and that pet there is worth, I don't know, 2 to 3k in this server. So you could honestly sell a 70-star knight in this server for about 3k, which means this account, like this knight pet alone, covers this entire account. It has no goddess, it has none of this stuff. So in reality, you're not really paying for anything else, you're literally paying for that. You got a spear. I mean, I don't know if that counts as an actual... Is that a paid for soul? I don't know. But there's nothing else on the account. So this account is just about worth 2k, like 2.7k. That's okay. That one definitely isn't. You can sell your own accounts. By the look, as I said, you're going to have to do the 7-day sort of show, and then people can start paying for it. They do take a 7% fee, so just to let you guys know that. That kind of concludes this segment, and next I'm going to talk about the sale. So you're not going to see much of my account, so let's go to the sale window. Cool. So let's talk about the sale. What to expect from the sale. Firstly, I am upset. I was hoping for divine boxes. I was hoping for 31-star universals. Hey, Dude Rock, how you doing, man? But yeah, I was hoping for 31 star universals because I want. Google stop. Sorry, Google Home decided to speak to me. I don't. I'm sure I didn't say hello, Google, but anyway. Uh, right. So yeah, I want 31 star universals. I want to start boosting my attack on my pets, and that's something I need. And I know a lot of people were looking for divine boxes, my brother included. So I think divine boxes would have been a good add, especially with new servers coming. You got to understand, like, from a sale point of view, if you're going to be releasing new servers, there's going to be sales in the new server and your TQ, and you want sort of money from players, you want to try and give them the best possible sale before a new server, because you're kind of then forcing their hand. Right now, players are going to want to hold on to that money for the new server, and you're not really enticing them with a sale like this. In saying that, there is a few things in this sale that's not too bad. So, I'm going to try and go over this. I'm going to try and go over a bunch of things here that you might find useful, and kind of depending on where you are in the game, you might find it useful. So, firstly, I would ignore the first two. I would look at the 6-star, 8-star, so the universals here. Now, they're not greatly priced, but they're not badly priced either. In most servers, this is sort of the price you're going to be paying for them, approximately. If you're a player that's newly started, maybe not newly, but like hasn't finished his main compose, but has EPs to dispose of, buying universals, whether you're buying from players, whether you're buying from this sale, is a decent way. And, you know, you could finish your 25-star compose quickly and effectively this way. So universals, definitely not a bad purchase. It won't apply to any of the older players. So if you're someone like me, I know there's a bunch of players in my Legion who this won't apply to, because an older player who's been playing for, let's say, 6 months probably would have had all his main composes maxed in most cases. So this sale would do nothing for us. Like, we would need the 31 stars. So if you're a newish mid player, like, this is great for you and it's decent value for money. So I would look at your server. If you can't pick it up for cheaper, take it from the sale, as many as you need. If this was on the new server, I would go crazy. I would absolutely go crazy. I would compose so hard. But, you know, we'll have to see what comes on the new server. Grand Universal Pack. I actually don't know what the Grand Universal Pack is. I mean, unless this is the 31 star and they've just named it weird. If this is a 31 star, 31.5 star Universal, I would be super happy. And the fact that it would be for ATPs, oof, I would be dropping a silly amount on this. But we would see. I don't know if that is the 31 star. I mean, if it is, why wouldn't you write it? In most cases, this is probably going to be like 10 universals. I don't know if it's going to be 31 times 5. That's a bit too much. It's probably 6 times 5. Yeah, but it was 100 EPs for one, right? You're telling me that the Grand Pack's going to have 10 of them for 80? I don't think so. It's probably one. If it is one, that, you know, if it is 31 stars, that's tempting. That's a really tempting price. And I think I have a silly amount of EPs. I might just be able to purchase a ton of them. If it is 31 stars, go crazy on them. Absolutely go crazy on them. If it's not, then I have no idea what this is going to be, and it's going to be interesting to find out what it is tomorrow. Moving forward, we've got Divine Panaceas. Now, Divine Panaceas are great if you haven't maxed it. So again, along with the Universals, I'm going to say the same thing here. These are great if you have the EPs. Again, these are more costly. So I would recommend maxing them. I'm just getting info. They're saying last time they put the wrong price in a few things. Yeah, I mean, we're going to try and, tomorrow's video, we'll try and price check all this. Elysium will get it quite soon. So actually, when does this drop? This drops on the 23rd. Why don't I just thought about something. It's technically the 23rd on this server. Perks of being Asia, right? Let's go check the sale. Wow. Okay, I'm a little slow right now, but I didn't think about that. I'm normally playing on the GMT servers, so we won't get it. It drops off the maintenance. I don't know if it drops off the maintenance. We'll have to see. Damn it, there's no sale. Oh wait, wouldn't the sale be over there as well? Let's see where the NPC's actually meant to spawn. 341371. So it's not in the middle. The middle's for new server stuff. It's going to be in the other spot. Let's see if the NPC is there. It probably is after the maintenance. You're probably right. I'm just going to double check, because if it is here, then I'm going to go insane. Nope, it's not. You're right. It's after maintenance. Yeah, it's not here. Let me just double check the coordinates. 371. Oh, 371's further up, isn't it? So it's like 371. Is it him? Wait, what? 371. So it's going to be here in Cronus. It's not available at the moment. That's fine. Okay, cool. So we can't check it. 8 AM tomorrow morning, GMT, is when the sale will drop on this server. In fact, that's when it will drop on every server, because maintenance is the same across for everyone. That's fine. Alright, let's go back. So Divine Panaceas, I recommend everyone max them. Especially the 5s, because you cannot get 5s anywhere else other than sales. You can buy from the Dragon Vault, I think it's 1. Was it 5? I think you can buy 5 in the Dragon Vault every week. So this is actually a great way of doing it if you're not crafting them, that is. Universal O's, again, it's not that great. Like, in reality, in fact, yeah, definitely do not purchase these. This is a do not purchase item 120%, because you could purchase the 6 stars for 8 EPs. So if you wanted 10 Universal O's, you could literally get, for 8 EPs, you could get 10 6-star ones. So this would be an absolute waste of money. Absolute waste of time. Like, do not go near that. You'd save 40 EPs buying 6 stars. They'd hatch at the right level. They'd hatch instantly. You'd have to incubate these, and you'd be getting 2 to 3 stars. So you're much, much, much better getting these. So pick up the 6 stars. Do not go near these at all. Divine Panacea Essences. Now, technically, these work out cheaper than those, don't they? Because one Divine Panacea Essence is going to cost you 27 compared to the 29. Let's do some maths. So you'll need 2 Divine Panacea Essences. So if we did sort of 270 divided by 5. So Divine Panacea 2 would cost you 54. Let's do... in fact, let's do this. It's gonna be so much easier, isn't it? If we do 270... Oh, why am I saying 270 all the time? Let's do 27, because that's how much each Panacea is going to cost you, times 3. 81, that's going to cost you 85. 27 times 4, 108. So that's still cheaper. And Divine Panacea 5. So that's the only one you can't do anything about. So if you need Panaceas 1 till 4, buy the pack. It's cheaper to buy the pack. Where's the pack? There. Buy the pack, it's always cheaper, pick up the pack. If you need Divine Panacea 5, then buy it from the shop as it is. So yeah, avoid these, go for this. Let's save some money, boys and girls. Saint O packs, 10 of them cost you that much. Is it bad? I want to say no. Like, I want to say just avoid this. There should be no reason for you to need Saint O's. Like, this should not be something you need. And if you need something, like, you'd go for the 30-star ones. You just pay, like, just over double and go for the 30-star ones. At least you get the composers in. But in most cases, you'd avoid this. It's not really an item you need. Unless you're the guy that wants to hatch 1,000 of these and try to get... if you're trying to get... What's it called? Wisdom and Spirit. No packs. Oh, right, that's a good point. No, that's a good point. Grindel's right. So, going back to the Divine Panaceas, I didn't even think of this. He's a genius. This is why he's the best. So, each one of these would actually cost you 23.3. Now, if you have the crafting material, so if we go into our goddess / servant and go into crafting, you need 1 Saint O per... And then as long as you have these, so if you have these, which you can farm, these are farmable. And you can farm sort of 2s as well. If you have this leveled up, this is actually cheaper to go with this, provided they're not bound. So if you have the crafting, it's actually cheaper to go Saint O packs than it is to go Divine Panaceas or just straight up. The only downside is crafting does take time. So if you want it instantly, if you're like me, a bit impatient, again, don't go for it. But if you're not like me and have the time and the patience to craft, then sure, this is the cheapest way. Now, special XP balls for 12, 1 for 12 doesn't feel so great. Like, in most cases, in most servers, you're going to get it for cheaper than 12. 12 is quite a high price for an XP ball. 10, on the other hand, is very normal for a server. So, I've been on multiple servers with, like, I think I have an account in almost every server in the game. Mostly for marketing and trying to get the best possible deals. I spent a lot of time transferring accounts over from other servers to bring over profitable stuff, you know, to help boost me to get stronger. So I spent thousands just moving my stuff over and whatnot. In most cases, only some servers have XP balls that are sort of... Okay, there's a bunch of servers that have XP balls of 4 EPs, 5 EPs. In most cases, XP balls I've noticed are sort of... The busier servers that have the higher composing go anywhere between 7 and 10. Now, if your server is a 10 XP ball server, what you do is you buy it from here. You don't buy it from the player. And the reason you do that, right? If anyone is listening that has a ton of EPs, do not buy from a player if he's selling it for 10 EPs. Come to Eudemons and buy it from TQ. And the reason you do it is you let him keep his XP balls. And then once the sale is over, you can then purchase them. So don't forget, he's got a limited supply. This is unlimited. Secondly, if he sees that you're not buying it because of this sale, he'll have to lower his prices. And it's a win-win regardless. You know, if you buy it after the sale for 10, it's a win. Especially if your server's selling it for 10, right? And if you buy it, if you're going to get it cheaper during the sale, that's even better. Like, that's all great. So... yeah, definitely, if your server prices are 10 EPs, buy it from here. Okay, Soul Stones. Soul Stones, 3, 4, and 5, I honestly wouldn't spend my EPs buying. You can farm these in a quest. Just log in 5 mana quins. I have a guide on my YouTube channel. Feel free to look at them. You'll get this done in no time. Now, P6, again, I don't think it's worth spending this. It depends. If you have an hour to sort of run all 5 quests... that's a P6 that you'll get for so much cheaper. But hey, if you're a bit like me and you're an impulse buyer, have more EPs than cents, I would go straight for this. Like, personally, rather than spending an hour grinding events, I prefer composing. So for me, I always spend more EPs than I should on things. This is what I would do. I would genuinely pick these up. Unless it's cheaper on my server, of course. And if you have the time, I would grind these. Again, I've got videos in my YouTube channel, so people can grind these. So yeah, it's completely up to you how you want to do that. You're only going to need these if you're a newer player anyway. Older players would have maxed their P stones in most cases. They're going to have to lower the prices during the sale. Especially if you want it, means they buy a special swell. Yeah. Going to be stuck with specials, and specials are spellers. Exactly. If you're a seller and you have a lot of special XP balls you don't want to be stuck with, you're going to have to lower your prices to compete with TQ, right? And the way I'd see it is I could drop 100,000 EPs on XP balls. That'll get me so much EPs. That'll get me so much XP balls. Right. Actually, the one thing I do want from this, if I'm going to buy a ton of XP balls, I want it to be stackable. So I want this pack to be... let's see. So I want this pack to be this pack here. Where is it? This one. I'm hoping it's these packs and I can stack 50,000 of them. Like, I'm hoping their special XP balls stack like that. There's a good chance that their special XP balls stacked like this, which is also 10 XP balls, but then these don't stack. So if TQ is listening and they're about to release this, please, 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 for the love of God, make it this. So I can buy, 50,000 and just have one inventory space. That would be the best thing in the world right now. Anyway, moving on, this is probably the best item on the... like, being honest, out of the entire sale, Like, I had one look at this personally and went, yeah, this is the only item I'm interested in. Nothing else interests me. So 10 EP XP balls, that's the only thing that interests me. That's the only thing I'm probably going to buy. And that's just me being perfectly honest. Everything else, I don't need. That's what I'm saying. Imagine having 50,000 XP balls stacked. Bearing in mind, I have about 8. I need about 8,000 because I have about 8,000 universals. That's ridiculous. If I could buy 8,000 times, let's say, well, no, it wouldn't be 8,000. I'd only need 800 times. Oops. Maths don't fail me now. 800 times. Seriously? Damn you, game. Oh, it's only 100. Why am I doing that? 80,000. 80,000 EPs, and I can compose all my shards. You know. Actually, I have that EPs. New server me would suffer, but current server me would rejoice. Bearing in mind, that's going to be the equivalent. I'll just make sure I've cleared this before I start getting silly numbers again. That's about 240 stars. I could technically compose 240 stars in a single day. That could be fun. Super fun. That would get Wukong up to 750. Just saying. Right. St. O's. And these, again, I don't think they're that important. If you don't have them, sure, the price of the 60s, okay. I think you can get 59s for cheaper. I don't know. I'd have to check based on your server. So, yay and nay. Like, you're only going to need 1 or 2 of these anyway. You're not going to need a lot of them. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you want to drop $600, go crazy, man. Like, I ain't going to stop you. Go nuts. Small Eudemons Clover Pack. Honestly, just pick it up with gold. It's so much easier. Soul Potion ones. Again, these aren't important. And lastly, Shift Stone. Shift Stones are great. So, 99% of the player base won't need these at all. But there's going to be 1 or 2 people that genuinely want to switch classes and just have them around. I think 2,000 is a lot to just move some gears around. But if you're doing it as a one-off, sure. Like, if you're finding a plus 17 water element something and you want it to be your class, okay, cool, that's a fair price. But if you're converting a gear that's like plus 10 in elements, it's probably not worth it. Like, the item's going to be worth less than the Shift Stone. So, you know, I guess then the counter argument to that is the item hard enough to find? Well, I was actually starting to water outside, so I'm going to try and wrap this up quickly before you guys just get a ton of background noise. Right, okay, so lastly, let's go over the pets. Skybreaker is a decent pet. Personally, I'm not a big fan of buying eggs. Like, I think at this point, everyone's playing on an older server. Only anyone on Elven City wouldn't have access to these pets. Other servers will have all of these pets. Right, sorry. Yeah, so everyone else will have access to these pets. In which case, I wouldn't pay this price for them. You get them for considerably cheaper players. If you really, really are hell-bent on getting one of these, I would make sure it's the Wukong. But even that, you could pick up for cheaper. So you could pick up a 100-star Wukong, I would say, in the region of about this price anyway. And you wouldn't have to compose it anywhere near as much. You'll see lots of players trying to sell it. So you're better off buying from players than here. So in most cases, I would avoid this. Unless you're playing an Elven City, in which case you can't find this, or on a new server where you can't find this, and then you're going to be the first guy. Otherwise, looking at the sale, I would say XP balls, XP balls, XP balls. Like, that's all I would be buying, XP balls. Right, I'm going to round off this video, and I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Conquer Schwanda.